Good evening and welcome to another episode of Communication Corner. I'm your host, Gail Lewis. So one of the ways in which a community communicates is through its community service, and more specifically, its community centers, or in some cases, lack of community centers. Which brings me to my guests this evening, who communicate through the Hollis Avenue Community Center. They are 3 members of the Hollis Avenue Community Center, and they communicate quite well with their local community. Welcome.
Thank you.
So let me introduce you one by one. Mitch Ikema. Good evening. Cynthia Moyce.
Hello.
And lastly, Dwight Gibbs. Welcome to Communication Corner, guys.
Thank you.
Now, I'm really excited to have you on tonight because I've actually visited the Hollis Avenue Community Center, and I was very, very impressed with both the breadth of the work that you do, the scope of the work that you do, and your follow-through in the work that you do. So I'd love to discuss exactly what you do, the ideas behind it, and what's coming up next tonight. So first, let's start at the beginning. Hollis Avenue Community Center. How did it come about?
It came about because, well, me and Mitch, we had a discussion. You know, we was going to different communities to play basketball, right? The thing is, we're not going to go to other communities to play, pay, and all that, and not give back to our community. We grew up in Hollis since kids. So we just started off with basketball, and then we tried to expand on that from basketball. We started doing yoga, Zumba, and now we're doing circuit training. And we're just trying to, you know, give the kids something in the neighborhood to do, some place to go. Yeah.
And Mitch, did you want to piggyback?
Yeah, I actually did want to piggyback off of that. What we were doing was constantly commuting outside our community, just the rent of certain basic things. And we're talking basic things as simple as playing basketball.
Now, let me interject here. Playing basketball, you say that. I drive around the community. I walk around the community, and there's lots of basketball courts. So how do you mean that there's an absence or lack?
Well, what you do have the basketball courts in the parks, both at the Hollis Playground as well as at Jamaica Park. But if an individual, say myself and Dwight, it's 9 o'clock at night, we want to play basketball on a Tuesday, we have absolutely nowhere to go just to render that basic of a service. So ultimately what we'd have to do is either go to the YMCA or New Hyde Park, or go to LA Fitness in New Hyde Park. And the constant commuting of outside the community just to render some of these services it doesn't have to be like that. So we kind of took it upon ourselves to start mitigating some of those issues. So the best thing we felt we could do was just bring it in ourselves. So like we said, we started off with basketball, and from basketball we did expand because we didn't want to section off any other demographics within our community. And we did explore into yoga, Zumba, and now circuit training.
Okay, so it all started with basketball, and now it's just expanded. When did you guys first come to being?
About a year ago?
2012?
September 6, 2012.
Okay, so you just had your first birthday.
Yes.
Congratulations. First anniversary. And so the programs that you offer, it started with basketball. It's just run the gamut now in 1 year to all different types of sports. Where exactly are you guys located for people who aren't familiar with you?
We're based out of our Renaissance Middle School, which is actually located 10989 204th Street. That's right across the street from the Hollis, South Hollis Library.
And you guys also operate out of other venues as well?
And hence the beauty in our model. That we believe that the infrastructure is currently in our community, and it's more so just piecing it all together. So our model that we're pursuing is we don't want to be locked into just one location, and we feel that we can maximize the most that we can do by partnering up with other organizations such as our local churches, and being able to partner up with those churches is going to give us the capability of housing other services within locations, because space is definitely an issue in a lot of our schools.
So you actually, let me see if I've got this straight. You take the service to, you take the community center and the service actually to churches and other venues around the neighborhood.
Precisely.
Yes.
Wow. So what churches have you guys visited in the last year?
The first church we partnered up with was Hollis Presbyterian, and we did a youth town hall with them. The town hall, we took a different take on it, because normally with the whole Trayvon Martin thing that happened, we felt that it would have been an opportunity, instead of hearing what the adults have to say, let's hear what the kids have to say. And being that this is who is actually more so impacting, so in that we were able to host this town hall meeting. We got about 15 to about 20 kids that came out in conjunction with adults that also came out. But we wanted to give them just more this platform and just ask a very simple question: how did this event affect you?
Right. And Cynthia, were you there that evening? Were you part of that?
Yes, I was. I was in the audience.
Okay. And what were your thoughts about that town hall meeting with kids?
Honestly, I think it was necessary because it gave them a chance to speak exactly what was on their mind.
Honestly, and in an open forum.
And it was it created a safe haven for them to just express freely. Because you never know how it affects them. We know how it affects us, but how does it affect our youth? And he was closer to their age than our age.
Right, absolutely. So that's one church. Where else do you guys, what other venues?
We're currently...
Where?
Mount Olivet.
We are in talks with the different churches in our community. At the present moment, we're discussing with St. Matthew's as well as Mount Olivet to see where we could possibly host our computer literacy class.
Okay, and computer literacy, is that right now or is that upcoming?
That is upcoming.
Okay, well we'll flash forward to that in just a few minutes.
Sure.
But so some of the other things that you guys take the programs into different churches, and you also offer them at Renaissance School, right?
Correct.
Okay. So what else do you offer at Renaissance and at all of these other venues? We've got basketball, which started with you guys just wanting to play a game of pickup in your own neighborhood. What else do you guys offer?
Well, we offer yoga.
Yoga, that's exciting. And are these programs just for children, for adults, for seniors, for everybody?
The brilliance behind it is anybody can do it. So we want to set it up that your grandmother and your kids, your cousin, or anybody can come, and then they have some place to go. And the instructors, they actually tailor it to the individual that they're actually teaching. So it makes it a little easier.
So it's open to everybody. So you've got yoga. What else?
Zumba, and circuit training is the newest addition.
Okay, so let's talk about Zumba for just a moment. What exactly is a Zumba-a-thon? Zumba-a-thon. I saw this on your Facebook page. So someone please explain the word Zumba-a-thon to me and exactly what happens during a Zumba-a-thon. And is it lethal? Is it legal and is it lethal?
It is legal and it's not lethal. Zumba-thon, the idea behind it was we wanted an opportunity for everybody to just invite a friend. Come in and come have fun with us. But while you're having fun, you're still working out. So you're gonna have fun and you'll definitely be breaking a sweat while you're doing it. And it was more so we wanted an opportunity for our community just to come together, work out while still having fun.
And so Zumba's open to everyone, all ages, men and women.
And our instructors, when we were trying to find our instructors, we wanted to make sure that our instructors had the capacity to be able to work with a wide range of demographics of both toddlers all the way up to seniors.
Right.
Because we believe that we need a way to kind of get everybody in, opposed to just focusing on one section of our demographic within our community.
Dwight, that seems like a really groundbreaking idea, that I could take a Zumba class and instead of dropping my kids off someplace else, I could take them with me.
Yeah, definitely. You know, we wanted to have the adults interact with the kids also, you know. You know, it's just a place to go in the neighborhood other than traveling somewhere outside of your neighborhood. We want to just focus on our neighborhood first before we go anywhere else and try to do anything else first. We want to give back to us first.
Cynthia, do you get a lot of families who come together?
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
One of our favorite, I always call him Mitch's son, Gio. He comes in and he'll do the classes actually, and he'll, if he's not really feeling the classes for the night, he'll come and do his homework. But
how old is he about?
He's about 5, 6.
Okay, and he comes with his mom or dad?
Mother.
Okay.
I mean, I like it because everybody kind of gets to communicate with each other. So if you're, let's say, new to the neighborhood, now you can meet your neighbors as well.
Right. And you can bring your kids and they can meet other kids too. Were you going to say, Mitch?
I think that's kind of the beauty in what we're trying to do, where the solution, it has to be an intergenerational solution, where what you're noticing now is that the younger kids are not really interacting with the older seniors as much. And there's a wealth of information and a wealth of knowledge that our seniors do have that without that direct connection, that direct interaction, that knowledge, the likelihood of that knowledge ever being transferred is so slim to none that we have to create some type of forum that's going to allow these younger kids to be able to still interact with our seniors.
Absolutely. Can you even fathom, as maybe a teenager or even you know, in middle school, taking a yoga class with your grandma? Like, how much fun would that have been?
Let alone it being Hollis.
Yeah, you know, down the block, something you could walk to, much less. That's a huge idea.
Well, isn't that really the what's great about it, that you no longer have to go to Bayside.
Right.
You know, not to say there's anything wrong with Bayside, but you no longer have to go to Forest Hills just for yoga. You know, we have it in our own community, so it kind of starts creating a sense of value in our community that, man, we have yoga.
Yeah, and a lot of
have
other
it
things
too.
as well. Tell me about the Saturday enrichment program.
Saturday academic enrichment.
Well, what grades are we talking? This is for kids. What grades are we talking?
It's going from grades 3 to 8.
Okay.
And what we noticed in our research was that parents always send their kids to this tutoring thing or this Saturday thing, and it was just this whole cluster of programs, and the parent never really knows what they really want their child to concentrate on. And as a parent, you might just feel that, hey, you know what, I want my child to concentrate on language arts. I want my child to do Spanish. And the parent never really have that latitude to say, you know what, you didn't do so well last semester in Spanish. Focus on Spanish this time.
Right.
Or your writing, you know, we need to step it up a little.
Yeah.
So it's really an opportunity to allow the parent to, out of a selection of 10 classes, the parent is able to select 4 classes.
Okay.
Personalize it.
And personalize it and customize it to exactly how they feel is best suited for them. And you're able to tailor this program to specifically what you feel is best for your child, and in conjunction to what your child's teacher feels like, you know what, your child might want to concentrate a little bit more on this.
That's amazing. What programs are offered? You said there's 10 total and you can choose up to 4. Just give us an idea.
English language arts,
right.
science, math, French.
Oh,
Spanish,
hey,
Spanish.
that's great.
And there's also test prep, because testing is, we do know, is something that the state as well as the city has been very much concentrated on. So an additional opportunity to kind of reinforce on what the test prepping that the schools are doing, it allows the community to kind of piggyback off what the school's doing and kind of expand on what the school's doing. So
What kind of test prep, Dwight? Do you know?
With statewide test prep.
Okay, so is it like SATs or the
state test.
The state
The
test.
state
Okay.
test,
Oh, that's great. So you can reinforce what you've learned in school.
Yes.
Absolutely, that's great. So we've got the academic programs, we've got test prep, and I hear that in 2014 there's going to be some really exciting programs, including a GED program. Can you tell us about that?
Well, the GED, as we know, was changing come
Right.
January 1st of this year, and what we're trying to do.
January 1st, 2014.
2014,
right.
I'm sorry. 2014 the GED program will be changing. And what we're really trying to do is remove these obstacles that are in our community's way. So one obstacle, unfortunately, is commuting. You know, is having a person get up and go all the way to Jamaica, downtown Jamaica, to get a GED class. It is a hurdle.
Right.
So what we want to do is just kind of remove that hurdle, bring it in right into our community, and it opens a wider range of people that have access to it. Both the new immigrants that's moving into our neighborhood, as well as the existing people who, for whatever reason, wasn't able to complete their schooling.
Yeah, how great is it to have a GED program that you can walk to, or you can just take one bus too, right?
Yeah, or ride a bike.
Yeah, ride a bike. Hey, skateboard it. So when does that start in 2014?
We're still working out the exact logistics of the program. We're partnering up with a lot of our retired teachers who are in the community and that will be able to function as instructors.
And if there's one thing we've got in our community, it's a lot of retired teachers.
Yeah. So and another thing that we're really excited about is our healthy cooking class.
Yeah, that's also on tap for 2014 as well. Healthy cooking class. Where, when, and how do I sign up? What is it going to entail? And why? Well, actually, let's start with the why. Why a healthy cooking class?
What we want to do is offer our community members a healthy alternative, right? What we notice is that there's a lot of issues plaguing our community, right? So we know health, hypertension, high blood pressure, diabetes, obesity. These are issues that are plaguing our community. So what can we do to offer you some type of solution? So the solution we came up with was, we know you're going to go home. We know you're going to cook.
Right.
Right. That goes without being said. But if we have chefs, classically trained chefs in our community that can come in and actually not necessarily demonstrate to you, but you actually prepare your own meal, opposed to you watching what the chef make. You prepare your own meal and show you a healthy alternative to the same thing that you're going to cook at home, but make it right here and see that you can make it, and it's actually cost efficient, cost effective, and it kind of brings you a little bit closer to your meals.
Right.
So we believe that that's also another way that we can start addressing some of the systemic issues that we have in our community.
Do you have any idea of a venue for that yet?
That is going to be tough.
Yeah.
And I think that's, once again, where the beauty in our model allows us that we're not trapped inside the school. So if for whatever reason that we're not able to house it inside the school, that we will just partner up with one of our local community organizations and take it inside there, because we are seeing that there's a demand in our community, and our community is interested in it.
Yeah, that's great. We can take the cooking class to you.
Wonderful.
I love it. So let me see if I've got this straight. You come, you take the cooking class, you make the food yourself, and then you can take it home with you.
You eat it right there.
Wow, or take it home to your family.
I'll take it home.
Yeah, absolutely. That's great. And you also learn how to create things that are a little bit healthier for you as well.
Yeah.
So that's for 2014. Also in 2014, computer literacy.
Computer literacy. Well, it kind of goes without being said. Computer is here and it's here to stay.
Right.
Right. Regardless wherever you fall in that age gap, you need to become somewhat computer literate, and it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be utilizing a Facebook page, but to be able to navigate at your own pace. You know, at your own pace is really the crucial thing. To be able to navigate a computer and be able to just do basic things like word processing.
Right.
You know, and word processing we know is very essential because it's very much correlated to job readiness.
Right.
And so what we really want to focus on is an opportunity for our community members to be able to have access to a basic computer class, as well as what we're calling digital life.
Digital life, what's that? Can you guys speak to that?
Uploading photos, updating your status on Facebook.
Right.
If you dare, maybe a Twitter.
Okay, a tweet now,
Yeah,
now
you
and
can
then.
tweet.
Okay.
Something like that.
That's great. So you would teach all of those things. And when I think of these type of classes, I immediately think about elderly people, older people. But there's a great need for a great segment of society who maybe did not use computers every day at work, and not older people either.
There's younger people. Some younger people are not as computer savvy as people traditionally think that younger people are. So
why is that, do you think? Dwight?
They don't really use it for the right purposes, I believe. I think they just use it, you know, just for downtime, you know.
Or
Right.
they could have been in a house where there wasn't a computer.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because that's a major disadvantage that a lot of people face these days.
Yeah, if you've got to go to the library to do all of your computing.
You're
and
less likely to do it.
And it's 10 degrees outside, or you're going to go to, which is, you know, we live in New York. Yeah, or it's raining, we live in New York. Or there's a hurricane, we live in New York. Any of these things, yeah. Or you've got to, not even weather, but you've got to take care of older or younger, you know, at home. So you can't go to the library and use a computer or learn how. So this is another way. You can bring the whole family, and everybody can get a little computer literacy. I love that idea. Anything else on tap for 2014?
For 2014,
A Mandarin class.
Which one? I'm
A
sorry.
Mandarin class.
Mandarin. Mandarin as in the language?
Yes.
Chinese?
Yes.
For the
Wow.
youth, yes.
And whose idea was that?
It kind of was,
it was a combination of myself and Cynthia's.
And why
it was-
Mandarin?
honestly,
Of all the things you could offer.
we heard about it, and we kind of thought that was a very interesting idea because you don't see that offered
Not-
a lot. It's usually like French or Spanish. Or
Right, or on a college campus, you'll find it, but that's about it.
But,
Right.
I mean, the logic also can be that China is the next superpower.
Right.
You know, and that after English, Mandarin is the second most popular language in the world. If it's not the most popular language in the world, and to have some type of competitive advantage that we can really start instilling in our kids at a very young age, it's going to allow us to kind of start grooming these individuals, regardless whatever sector they want to enter in. If you can speak a secondary language, let alone it be such a popularly spoken secondary language,
Outside of the U.S., right.
outside the U.S., because we do live in a global world today, it kind of gives you that edge that can immediately set you apart from the next competitor.
Absolutely. That's a great idea. Great brainchild, guys. Where did you guys go to high school?
I went to Forest Hills High School.
I went to St. Mary's.
And I went to Benjamin Cardozo.
Okay, and where'd you grow up? Hollis, I know.
Queens Village.
Hollis.
Okay, so you guys really kept it local.
Yeah.
We're from the community, and we believe that our a problem that's existing in Hollis, a solution should also come from Hollis. And if this solution can come from us, you know, we're not afraid to actually to step into that role and try to do the best that we can given the resources we have access to.
This is amazing that this is all homegrown. You guys came up with this, and you're doing it right in your own neighborhoods as well. That's pretty amazing. And lastly, I guess, for 2013, you guys really got involved in the political process by hosting a local candidates debate for District 27, the District 27 Southeast Queens candidates for City Council. How did that idea come about? Why did you guys choose to have a candidates debate at Hollis Avenue Community Center?
Well, the debates that we attended, that was hosted at Andrew Campus Magnet, we noticed that the audience, the community members, didn't have an opportunity to voice their immediate question.
Right.
And it was so baffling that you're looking to represent me and you're not looking to understand what my exact concerns are. So we immediately said, you know what? We'll utilize a moderator within a certain functional role, but let's get that question directly from the community member and ask this person that's looking to speak for you citywide. Ask them directly what is exactly what they do for you, and we felt that was something that had to be done, at least given once again what we were capable of doing. We definitely took it on.
Yeah, nuts and bolts that night, guys. Just explain for people who weren't there exactly how it ran.
Basically, the candidates were in the middle. We did it in the cafeteria.
Right.
And
at Renaissance.
At Renaissance, yeah. And the audience was kind of like circling them.
So everyone was pretty much on the same plane,
the same
whereas
level.
with other debates, the candidates were up high, and the people were kind of the audience down below. Yeah, so it seemed as if everyone was on a pretty even playing field
Kind
with
of like
your
an
debate.
eye to eye.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
And so how did you guys collect the questions?
Pretty much we just went around. We told everyone, you know, you got to ask a question. You know, yeah, we want your questions. So we went around.
Bullied people. So basically you bullied people and
Yeah, we kind of did, yeah. So pretty much we collected everyone's questions. You know, we fit them right to the candidates. And I mean, it wasn't easy. It was really hard. To get,
what wasn't easy about it?
It wasn't easy to get the venue to put on the skeptical, but it was really tedious. I mean, me and her went around door to door.
Door to door.
To get the candidates to actually come.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you went knocking on the candidates'
we did.
doors.
Yeah.
That's huge.
We tried
I think you had there were so many people running for that position, and I think you had all of them that night.
We had all.
That's huge. That never happened.
Really?
You know, one always begs out one way or the other, so that was huge that you had them all in the house.
Well, you know, we felt that there was an opportunity for them to speak to the people they're looking to represent. And so the audience were all given index cards and a pencil, and they had the opportunity to continue, like as they handed in the index card, we gave them a new index card, so that way if a new question comes up, you had the opportunity to just jot it down right then and there. And as the White said, we fed that straight to the moderator, who in turn asked it immediately to the candidate.
That's amazing. That was such a great idea. I was so impressed that night by you guys. And I was really impressed by the fact that you guys served food.
Well, you can thank him for that.
Yes,
Good looking out, Dwight. I tell you, I mean, if you want to make an impression on someone, serve them, you know, some fruit in a Dixie plate, and they'll be talking about you on TV for months on end. Look what happened from just those Dixie plates. So that was a great idea too. So if people out there, I'm sure they are so excited about Hollis Avenue Community Center, where can they get more information about you guys?
Of Facebook. What is it? /info.
Info under. Well, if you go into Facebook, you type in Hollis Avenue Community Center. We're the very first hit.
Okay, so go to Facebook and search Hollis Avenue Community Center. It'll come right up.
You
or
can also
Instagram.
Twitter. And our website is currently under construction, but we will have a website shortly.
Great. And email address, if the best one?
info@havc.org.
And just spell that, info@havcc.org. HAVCC, and that stands for Hollis Avenue
Community Center.
Community Center. I love it. And so is there a phone number too?
Sure, there's 718-820-6745. Again, that's 820-6745.
And you're located mainly, primarily, but you travel around to different venues, but you're located primarily at Renaissance School in Hollis, and that address?
10989 204th Street, St. Albans, New York, and the zip is 11412.
And it's not too far off of Hollis Ave.
No, it's right off Hollis Ave.
How convenient is that? Convenient to the Q2. And the 77 if it ever comes.
That should be a struggle. That should be an issue that we should really try to undertake.
Which one?
That 77.
Oh, geez, that's been going on
77 never
forever.
runs.
I don't know. That one, you're going to have to hold another candidate to me. And you're going to have to make them get there on the 77. Then they'll understand.
On a Sunday.
On a Sunday. That they'll understand the magnitude of the issue. So, any closing words about Hollis Avenue Community Center? Let's start down here with you, Dwight.
Well, I just want to let everyone know that we're not going to stop in just Hollis. We're going to try to expand. We're going to try and touch other neighborhoods.
Where do you want to go next?
Next, we could be going to Cambridge Heights. You
All
never
right.
know. We could, wherever you live, we'll be there. Definitely.
Rosedale, but not on
It's not going to stop in Hollis.
Rosedale, but not on a rainy day. Oh, I'm going to get some mail about that one. So you want to expand.
We want
That's
to
what's
expand.
next.
We want to get out of Hollis. We want to stay in Hollis, but get out of Hollis.
And Cynthia?
Basically, just to let the community know that we're a safe haven for them. They can come, bring your whole family. We're open. Any information you need, we're there for you.
So we want to expand. We're happy where we are, and we want to bring it. We want to make it global, or at least Southeast Queens wide. Come and bring your kids, and
Bring
grandma,
everybody.
and the people you got living in the basement, and and everyone can work out and have a good time. Oh, come on, this is Southeast Queens. You know we got people living in the basement. And you would have them in the garage if there wasn't a law about that. And quickly, Mitch.
What we really want to get across to everybody is that this is very much doable.
Okay.
That it doesn't have to be like this anymore, and as long as we are able to, we're going to continue to try to offset some of these things that's been plaguing our community for a very long time now.
Okay. All right. Thanks, guys. Hollis Avenue Community Center has been with us here on Communication Corner this evening. We had Mitch Ikema, Cynthia Moyse, and Dwight Gibbs. Thanks so much for joining us here on Communication Corner. As always, guys, I'm your host, Gail Lewis. If you'd like more information, feel free to email me, but don't email me about the flooding in Rosedale. My email address is newday2010@yahoo.com, newday2010@yahoo.com. Thank you so much for joining us here on Communication Corner. We look forward to seeing you again real soon. Good night.